Welcome back. In the last episode, you saw us make a traditional Swedish axe here in the town of Gransfors Bruk. Well, Gransfors Bruk is one of the finest production axe forging facilities in the world, and now we're going to go learn about how they produce incredible open die forged axes on an industrial scale right here in beautiful Sweden. This right here is one of the most beautiful workshops I have ever been in. Our main focus today is going to be over here. Emil, how are you, man?
Hello.
Great to meet you. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, you too.
Since I was 13 years old and I first saw a video of one of Gransfors Bruk's forging presses running on the internet, I have dreamt of seeing this in person. Thank you so much for having us. What axe are you making today?
Today I am making the small forest axe.
Is that this model here?
Yes, this one. It's a smaller version of the Scandinavian axe.
What is this press, first and foremost?
It's a electrical eccentric press from 1916.
Wow.
My great-grandfather remembered when Gransfors Bruk bought this press because the noise that the gear was making was heard all over the village here.
Is this the first eccentric press that Gransfors Bruk had?
Yeah.
And it is still making axes today in 2026?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's doing a great job.
Yeah, clearly. Incredible. So run me through your workstation.
On this model, we're using a piece of material that is 23 times 55 millimeters.
And this is Gransfors proprietary alloy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like 1055, 1060 with a little bit of extra vanadium.
Yeah. So first up, we heat it with induction heating.
That's this right here, right? These water-cooled, super beefy induction coils.
Yeah. When my father was working here, there was a oil oven to every press that was eating up 80 liters of diesel oil per oven.
Yeah. Can you imagine the heat in here in summer?
Yeah.
And then now obviously induction is so much more efficient. Electricity is pretty cheap here.
Yeah.
You know, so much more efficient.
And very, very good for the environment.
For sure. Absolutely. So you flick the switch, that material's heating up.
Yeah.
And then
I cut a piece of material in a very specific length. Then I'm drifting the eye. In this type of process, speed is the key. The steel is way easier to shape and make it neat and nice when it's hot.
Not so much when it's cold.
No.
And the consequences with a machine like this, of getting it wrong, of putting a bit of cold material of the wrong size in the wrong die, the consequence is you break the axle of the machine.
Yeah, it has happened.
So like, this is not like an air hammer where you can put a piece of steel in like this or a piece of steel in like that. That eccentric press, every time it rotates, is going to make that exact movement.
Yeah.
And if you block it, it goes pop.
Yep.
And that's probably really expensive.
Yep.
And also really dangerous.
Yes.
And what's your record number of axes produced a day?
120. No, 121.
Incredible. You saw what it was like to hand forge with other Emil yesterday a traditional Swedish axe with a laminated bit. And that took us a really good amount of hours to hand forge that axe. Here, we're going to see it in about 2 minutes. Wow. No way! Yeah, that just pulled those ears right down. Oh, that steel is moving so quickly. It's butter. Trimmed the end. You just kicked on the induction heater for the next bar, right?
Yes.
While you're working.
Yeah.
The timing here is incredible. There is no forgiveness. Back on the other side with the drift. Oh my goodness. Not a single wasted motion.
I kind of this one up.
Oh, you don't like that?
Yeah, no. Can
Well.
you see this bump here?
That makes it a reject.
Yeah.
Because what's
For me,
so
though.
impressive about Gransfors Bruk's axes is you are forging to finish the profile.
Yeah.
There is no grinding here, which is actually really quite rare, even in a hand-forged axe. This is incredible forging control.
Yeah.
And until you've tried forging an axe, wow, you'll have a different level of respect for how hard it is. So that's in the reject pile because of a 0.75 millimeter bump.
Yeah.
That's rejected. When you're working hard in the workshop, you're sweating, you've got to stay hydrated. Today's sponsor, Element. Element is an electrolyte drink mix that comes in sachets, as well as their incredible sparkling Element cans that they sent us. Lemonade, salt. Oh, that hits the spot. You want one? Whoa.
Damn, that is good.
Yeah, you like it?
Damn, that is good.
It's got a scientifically backed formula of sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Bloomin' delicious. And I use it to keep me hydrated when I'm in the workshop. I use it to keep me hydrated when I am in the mountains. They've got an incredible range of flavors. My personal favorites are grapefruit salt, citrus salt, orange salt, lemonade salt. That's basically half the range because they're just that tasty. If you go to drinklmnt.com/forge, you can get a free sample pack that includes 8 sticks with any purchase. Get yourself a pack, use code FORGE at checkout. You'll get 8 free sticks. I do not think you're going to be disappointed. If you go to the hardware store and you buy an axe, you're buying an axe that's been drop forged. It's going to be painted over to hide all the grinding and the imperfections. When you are forging an axe like this, there is no room for error, other than like the inevitable variation of a scale mark, you know, or like a little tiny pop dent here and there that makes them unique. Other than that, there is no room for error.
Nope.
You can't tweak anything with an angle grinder here.
Nope.
This is as forged. That's why this is so unique and so special, and that is exactly why I've been so in awe of this process for so long, man.
The most dangerous part
Yes.
is, of course, drifting the eye. This one here is made of orvar.
Orvar.
Yeah. It's a type of tool steel that's extremely hard.
Do these go pop?
Yeah.
Is that why they're dangerous?
Yeah.
Because they sometimes
Yeah. They
pop and explode.
Sometimes they explode, and sometimes you shoot them out from the axe in the press.
As you're putting it in, it's cold, you get the wrong angle.
Yeah.
Poof!
Yep.
That's very scary.
Yeah. So the pressure when the steel is hot, it's like around 120 tons per punch. Right here, when you're adding this cold piece of material, the pressure gets up to 400 tons.
Wow, so that's the spot where there's a good chance of making the machine break.
Yeah.
You've got a bit of cold steel, the drift, everything is more dangerous at that stage.
Yeah. And if you look closely on the shape
Yeah.
of the tool, right here in the front of the dies,
Yeah.
there's like a 10 millimeter gap. The axe can only lie or fit in one possible way.
It has to be all the way at the back.
Yeah.
And if it's any bit forwards,
Yeah, then
it's super cold at that stage in the die as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. If you're a little bit way out, then it goes boom.
So this is like you permanent focus. You cannot disassociate on this machine.
No. When we have a freshman
That is learning.
this is the absolute last thing that he learns.
So if you're teaching somebody, you'll let them cut it, let them punch it, and then they'll pass it off to the more experienced person
Yeah.
halfway
Just
through the
to
heat,
do.
just to do that last
And,
drifting process.
And they are also practicing this movement over and over again.
Oh, you do like dry practice with the machine off.
Yeah.
Just making sure that you can perfect that movement. When I'm running the power hammer and I've got a big billet,
Yeah.
and I'm forging this big billet. It's obviously like a faster rate, but I'm also on the treadle. I'll sometimes feel my brain switch off.
Yeah.
And I'll have the tongs 5 millimeters too high up, 5 millimeters too down low, and then and then it smacks your hand. You know, it's like a slap in the face, like, hey, wake up! You got to focus now. But it's a little bit more forgiving with the power hammer because you get it wrong, it just smacks the material down.
And then you can just stop it.
You know, this is a whole another beast. Got so much respect for your work doing this. Wow.
When they bought this press, they actually used it for making the eye, or the hole.
Just the hole?
Yeah. Then they went over to the power hammer.
Forged out the rest. And then over time they added more and more stations to the press?
Yeah. First up, there was a special tool for forge welding the edge steel.
Wait, when this machine was bought, they were still putting laminated bits in?
Yeah.
Wow. I still don't understand how that step works. That's incredible. This is absolutely not a closed die forging process. This is open die forging with controlled die shapes, but by goodness, you still got to know exactly where you're moving the material. Wow. And this is where it gets serious. Happy with that one?
It's quite okay. Some corners missing, but it's also gonna be sharpened.
Shortened in the grinding?
Yeah, just a couple of millimeters. I think it looks okay.
And that's the stamp?
Yeah, Gransfors Bruk, Sweden.
Oh, you stamp both sides in one hit?
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot easier, isn't it? Of course, look at that. They've got both sides of the stamp right there.
And my initials, Emil Engberg, Gransfors Bruk, Sweden.
But like, you got to start living and breathing this 80 beats a minute.
We also teach them to like get close to the press while it's going. Keep your respect, of course, but you have to learn to really feel. Like,
I think to a normal person watching, they'd see your hand on that. And I think that everybody is losing their mind because that feels like an incredibly dangerous thing.
Yeah. Well, it's also this thing you have to learn where is the danger.
Happy with it?
Yeah.
But he will never say it's good. That's the problem. He always says, yeah, and then he says, oh, it's quite good. But he never says that. Yeah.
But isn't that perfect though? That's how you make quality.
I will show you later one axe that I'm like, this one is 100% perfect.
So out of the thousands and thousands and thousands of axes that you have made, there is only one that you're truly satisfied with.
Yeah.
That, my friend, that is the sign of a craftsman of the highest order. Fucking, I love it. There goes the plug. Wow. I'm in love with this step of the forging process. I mean, this really shows that this is nothing like closed die forging. This is the same level of skill that would be required to forge out an axe under an open die power hammer here. And that die is incredible because it's got this concavity to it. So he gets the ability to choose exactly where on the die he's putting the material. to get it to form in the direction that he wants. Same here. He was explaining to us that he can put the axe in at a slight angle on that drift flattening step right now to get it to forge in just a certain way or straighten it, get contact exactly where he wants it.
It's okay. Now it's your turn.
I get to have a little play.
Of course. I will punch the hole for you and make this dent. You are going to use this one.
Okay.
And then this one to forge the blade.
But I mean, just imagine, these don't get made anymore. If I break this, Jamie?
You won't. Don't say it. Don't jinx it.
Oh, touch wood.
Are you ready, Alec?
I'm ready, not? Yes. Here we go. Oh. It's me? Okay, here we go.
Oh. Oh.
Just put it
Yeah.
in there.
They're happy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. To the side.
I determine where I'm going by how deep I go.
Yeah? Further up. Yeah? There?
Back to the profiling.
Back to the profile. Oh, that's so hard to time. Is that okay?
Yeah?
Profiling again? I
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah?
Now,
And just straighten it out.
back here.
Yeah? Nice and easy. Like
That's
that.
okay.
Just like that. Now,
I got my heart rate
now
going.
This one is a bit too short.
Okay, I didn't get it wide enough.
No, but the profile looks great. You just need to move more material from the beginning downwards so you can get this corner right there.
Okay. It is
Yeah.
so interesting to be moving the material not based on how I'm controlling a treadle, but based exclusively on how deep into the die I'm forging it. And it's counterintuitive because usually if I want to forge material, I'm going to come to the nearer edge of the die to start moving the material. But here, I want to move more material. It's got that concave shape.
Yeah.
Concave, getting tighter in there. If I want to move more material, I need to be deeper in.
Yeah.
But it's the opposite.
Yeah.
In flat dies, you want to spread the material out, you come closer to you to get less contact. Here, it's the opposite.
Yeah?
That is bloody cool. That is so bloody cool. Can I try that again?
Of course.
Can I have some more, sir? From the middle. Bomb, bomb, bomb.
Yeah.
Bomb,
And then
bomb, bomb, bomb.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect. That was
Really
quite
good.
a lot.
More material.
Oh, too much.
No, that's fine.
That looks like an axe.
Yeah?
There's a little bit too less here, too little there, but otherwise it looks pretty good.
Once again.
One more. Thank you. Woohoo!
That was a bit much.
Nah.
That's okay.
We are making a small forest axe. Why do you make a big one?
You guys have been telling me to make him wider and wider.
Yeah?
I tried. Too wide now, is it?
Yeah.
This is an incredible machine to be under.
Yeah?
It is utterly incredible. I mean, like this, it's captivating.
And then when you're actually succeeding making good-looking axes, it's like, wow.
Yeah. The precision for the operator. It doesn't matter that these are ridiculously precise tools. The precision for the operator here, how perfect you need to be with every move is pretty mind-blowing. Emil, thank you so much. I would love to spend the rest of the day forging under this.
Yeah?
However, I still might after we talk with Emil. Can you please run us through this tooling? I'd love to break some of this tooling apart, get to the nitty-gritty of how this tooling works, and learn also about the changes that you've made since you've been at Gransfors Bruk. So this is the tool room. All custom tools designed by Emil, and not necessarily all the same alloy of steel. All of these toolings, you have specified the exact alloy for the exact tool, and every drawing was made on your computer.
Yeah, we try to keep all the knowledge in-house, but we want to focus on the forging and not on producing tools.
So you don't machine the tools here,
no,
but you design them obviously based on that feedback loop.
Yeah. We have 13 machines in our company, and the oldest is from 1917, and the newest is from, I believe, 1944. And all of them are a bit different. They change the machines in the cast, but the principle is the same. We have a certain amount of area in our machines that we can place our tools in, and this is actually quite similar. How much they open, it differs a little bit, but how they move, the stroke of it is exactly the same. So what we have done, we've designed a system that we standardize 13 machines so we can make all the models everywhere. So we have a tool holder system that can hold the tools exactly in the right position, and we just change the tools. It's just like if you have like a milling machine, you change mills and end mill, and we do that with forging tools.
So this is the tool holder component of the design, clamped to the ram of the machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Tool holder, tool holder, tool holder, tool holder. And what is the tool?
We can start in the beginning. We always start, while making an axe, you start with punching. I have like a punch that we fit in like a collar. I can show it inside in the tool room as well. This big clump is always stuck on the machine.
Yes.
We try not to adjust it. It's exactly aligned with these grippers. This is also actually a key, just the different form of it, the same principle.
And so back in the day, the previous iteration of tooling for Gransfors Bruk, how long did it take to do a tooling changeover to change the model of axe?
Depended a lot because the tool holders were all different. If you got lucky, maybe a few weeks. If you got bad luck, maybe a few months, just to get everything to line out.
And now how long does it take to change over the tooling? Now you've made it a universal system?
It's about a day. But
that is incredible.
It's fun because you start to understand the process more. But still, even if we change tools every day, clack, 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 everything is new, it takes still a lot of time for the blacksmith to get in it again. We have a layout here of all the stages here on the table. We have 3 different punching stages. We always start with marking the eye. We punch, and where we decide where the material is ending up.
So that first step with this is to determine where that hole is located in this plane. As well as centrally here, and you're deciding how much you're pushing that material out.
And we punch 2 times with this one, and we prepare the billet so it's exactly the right shape, that the deformed stage of this punch fits exactly the next step.
This is the punch that punches the plug.
Yeah, that punches the plug.
And you go in from one side, from another side. The plug then falls through that hole right here. Does that then fall out of the machine?
Yeah, in the bottom.
That falls to the bottom of the machine. That goes all the way through.
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing from like my eye is that material gets punched outwards here with this, but then you're doing stretching in this orientation. So you're taking the material here, and then you're pulling it out lengthwise to make a much longer hole for the eye.
Because we only work linear in the first stages of punching. We lock the piece of steel in.
As the ram comes down, the piece gets clamped by this section here. The only place it can go as it's being punched is the material can go out to here.
We even calculate how much this steel expands when it's hot.
Wow, but the thing is, and that's what you were saying about the scale. If you don't clean the scale perfectly right, you can easily have 0.5 millimeter of loose, funky scale, and that could push that off center. But like when you see how thin that wall is there, 0.5 millimeter off center,
that's a lot.
That's enormous. It's a complete reject. So we're talking with tolerances of a forged product where you are controlling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 planes to a tolerance that is so ridiculously tiny and so rare for forging, especially in an open die forged product. This is incredible.
And the biggest reason why we need that tolerances in these walls of the eye is that we make Gransfors X's and they have the pronounced ears or lugs. So
When you say ears or lugs, you're talking about this
yes.
here.
And we do that we extrude hot steel. We push in the punch, we hold it with some grippers, and then we punch it through, and it takes just enough that we extrude the right amount of material down, so we still have enough material to fill out the eye and have enough material to down there.
And so this stage of the punching, these grippers have a little bit of a hollow here.
Yeah.
That means that as you push down with that, it's grabbing some of the material in that eye. You've got a space down there.
Yeah.
And it is extruding material from these cheeks downwards, and that's how you create the lug.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most incredible parts of the process, how those lugs are created, and that's a very uniquely Gransfors Bruk's technology. And all this stuff is friggin' unique to what you guys are doing here. But that cheek or ear extrusion, I've never seen that before.
This principle is actually really old. They started with this for 20, 30, 40 years ago at Gransfors. The only thing we did in the last years that we changed how we fixed everything so it's easier to control.
The punch holding system. Can you show us how this punch is held in the machine? So this is the tool holder for your punches. It slots into that hole. You've got a taper here that lines up. That is just the same as a tool holder in a milling machine.
Yeah.
You just scaled it up to work for the proportions.
Calculated the forces that it would have to withstand and then make it strong enough.
And it's going to be dead square every time.
Yeah.
It's perfect. So then going on to some of the other dies here.
Yeah.
Some of these dies are held in with dovetails.
Yeah.
Can you run me through what's gone through your mind as you've been iterating on the design for your dovetailed tools?
Yeah, we look how the forces are in the press. When you're forging in an X-press, you know, because the forces are so asymmetrical and not in plane, that the dies want to go at a certain direction.
So as you're forging, that die is trying to get sent out to the back.
Yeah, because
for example, here, when we're forging under here, you know the forces are right here.
Yeah.
The die is trying to get shoved that way in the machine.
And then we made the tool holder in a way that we made it as strong as possible to withstand those forces. This is the dovetail.
Oh, hang on. And you have this bolted in on.
Yeah.
Can I go see that?
Yeah.
This is the die in the machine.
Yeah, this is the main forging die for making an X thinner.
So the die is trying to go this way.
Yeah.
And so you change the orientation of your dovetails.
Yeah. It's quite tricky to get a key in from this way.
Oh, of course. There's no way you're hammering a key in here.
So we just make it different and bolt it down.
System.
And it's really strong. It will never lose.
It doesn't come loose?
Nope.
Incredible. Brilliant choices. And then right next to it, where you don't have that same problem with forces, you have the dovetailed profiling die with the dovetails going this way, because they're not having any issues like this at all.
No, and we actually want, the blacksmith wants to be able to change these positions a little bit to adjust it exactly to this tool.
And of course, these clamping bars for your punches are controlled by the stroke of the machine with, what do you call this bar?
Shield. I don't know, cloth shield.
But like, this is a bar that comes down, is lubricated, and pushes the clamping bars across to clamp it.
Yeah.
There's no extra pneumatics or anything going on. It is perfectly designed, perfect tolerances, adjustability where it needs it. This tooling, to me, is a work of art, and I've got so much respect for what you have all built and designed and the heritage here.
This is fun as well. It's a bit dangerous, this part. This is the drift. There's risk that something will fly.
Oh yes,
That's
if you get it stuck between here.
Yeah, so what we've did is we actually made breaking points here. If you do something wrong here, there's bolts here that will break, and we take away the forces. This will just go.
You're joking.
Yeah.
So you've got a breakaway design.
Yeah.
Amazing. Was that something that was here before?
No.
You designed that into it.
When I started here, I did it wrong sometimes.
Oh, when you were operating?
Yeah, and then you put it here. I got lucky, nothing happened. But you get quite scared and you see your colleagues making the same mistake. And I was like, we need a solution for this. And now we have one.
Emil, I've got so much respect for this. Right, I think I need to learn how to finally forge out that axe blade, because I'm not going to sleep tonight until I can have mastered the use of these dies to forge out the axe blade. We're going to show some of the other models getting forged while I practice this, and then we're going to hopefully finish one that I've done some forging on all the way through to completion. Ah, scrapped it again. How's that?
Yeah, it's a little wobbly.
Yeah, the width is closer.
Yeah.
Scrapped another. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 scrap. One maybe not acceptable for Gransfors Bruk to actually sell, but we're gonna finish it just for me, so thank you. This is one I took part in on the left. This is one that Emil has forged and has passed quality control of the forging here. You can see the differences are this inconsistent profile here, just based on how I forged this blade out, that would fail QC. And when you look at the pole, you see it's twisted. Not good. Emil's is blooming flawless in comparison, but we'll continue on with mine. It's a beautiful grinding room. Look at that monster belt grinder. What is going on with this bicycle saddle here?
You grind with your body weight, you put pressure on the axe head with your body weight. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, look at that mountain of belts.
Yeah.
That's a lot of 3M boxes.
This is actually an 80 grit. These belts eat steel so fast that we can rough grind with an 80 grit, and we grind very little, as you know.
And it spins away as well, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, I want one of them. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to make.
Wanna give it a go?
Yeah. I'm a bit nervous. Do on a test piece. That's a weird, there's so much going on here. I've never had to grind with my feet and my butt. Boy, hard to be smooth. I mean, it's ugly as can be. It's like I have no feel for this right now. I've got no idea what I'm doing. I don't want to trash mine. I do not have the feel for this machine. Thank you, Emil.
Perfect. Now we harden it.
Ooh. This is the heat treating shop.
Yeah. This machine works with a shower, where we shower it with the polymer solution, and then we have one with a hardening bath. This is the older machine. Same principle, works the same. Here we just have a quenching tank. There we have a shower, but we get the same results.
Beautifully simple. Just based on this rail, following it down, it dips into here, and then comes up.
Yep.
Fabulous engineering. And then it just drops off.
Yeah.
Poof. I love it. Where do we put it? Oh, that is beautiful.
And we harden about 20 to 30 millimeters of the edge.
Oh, that's so good.
And you can see, because of the hardening solution, the bubbles are really small because of the polymer, and we get a really even and good cooling on the surface.
Incredible. So that's an additive that you mix into the water to get that consistent cooling.
Yeah.
Without that thick steam jacket that you might get otherwise. What a beautiful process. Beautiful. We temper it.
Normally we would temper our axes in one of our tempering ovens to get a consistent result, but for time purposes we're going to cheat a little bit.
Yes, we're going to do it the quick way.
Yeah. Now the axe is hardened and tempered, and now we start doing quality control. And here is the destruction check of the axes, and we beat on both corners.
You're joking.
Yeah, and every axe is done this way.
And if it breaks, scrap,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
So this is a test to make sure that it's not too brittle.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's the quality, every single axe.
yeah.
You beat on every single axe like
Yeah.
that to make
Yeah.
sure it's not going to break.
Maybe 2 or 4 times. And this is a piece of steel that is 57 Rockwell.
Wow.
So that's quite extreme.
So the edges on these things, 57 Rockwell,
Maybe like
and they can handle that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's because of the steel quality is really tough and at that range of hardness.
Sharpening.
Fine grinding we do with a 150 or 180 grit belt. When you fine grind with this kind of grit, 180, and then you polish it, a bit of a 2D edge, you get grip in the edge.
Wait a second. You go from 180 to the polishing mop for your edge.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
That is such a, in my mind, a big jump.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah. Knife making, you can take a 8,000 grit, really fine stone or something. That's not good for axes. 0.5 or 1 millimeters of material we take away in fine grinding.
Look how cleanly you pulled that burr up. That is nuts, man.
Yeah.
You've done that a few times.
The surface is nice and we're going up for polishing now.
On an enormous buffer. Oh yeah, that comes up nice, doesn't it? Oh yes, she's sharp.
Now we'll put some oil on it and up to handling.
Now we've got to go upstairs for handling.
This is quite a lot of carry, so this one is taking the elevator.
That's magic. Amazing. Thank you. Best smelling room in the world.
I think we'll manage to find a handle here.
You think you got a few spare for our...
Yeah, probably, but we have...
Can you spot any axe handles in here, Jamie? Do you guys make your own handles?
Yeah, actually we bought a company that produced our handles for last year. We did that actually, and we took over it.
Acquired them.
Yeah.
It's all made right here in Sweden.
Yes.
Swedish recycled steel, American hickory. But you turn the American hickory into handles right here.
Yeah, we use pneumatic presses to put the handles onto the heads. First we press the head onto the axe, and then we have these handles like this.
Oh, whoa.
And then
oh, that's cool.
and then we check if everything is straight. Wood glue.
Ooh. I call that a perfect fit.
Yeah.
That's the story of a Gransfors Bruk axe. Admittedly, one that wouldn't pass quality control, thanks to my handiwork. I don't think it's over until it's cut some wood, though.
No, we really should do that.
Is that it?
Yep, there we go, it cuts. It's snowing. This is a bloomin' nice axe, mate. That there is a second childhood dream. Not only to visit Gransfors Bruk, but to make some firewood with an axe. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So grateful to you. So grateful to other Emil as well. This has just been such a privilege. I hope that you go learn more about Gransfors Bruk, the link in the description. I also hope you go to drinklmnt.com/forge for a free sample pack of Element with any purchase. Stay tuned for our next video. We've got another incredible factory tour here on our Swedish trip. I think it's now time to turn that firewood into a good trip to the sauna.